Let's meditate. I post a video referring to Daisetsu. He said something like, if the person spent his time in monotonous job, yet he find poetry in whatever he's doing, maybe repetitive job. It is like a poetry, sense of poetry coming up. Beyond the thought that would transform his life or something like that. You can check Daisetsu in my channel. I think I may post it today. I don't know, that was originally in Japanese. I don't know if I translated well, but basically, when you're doing something or just empty-minded in daily event, but it means in samadhi, when the poetry, the sense of poetry reveals. So it's like becoming conscious of unconscious, listening to heart, that you discover poetry from the setting, which is nothing unusual, repetitive job, or empty-minded, monotonous. Yet, what he's pointing is that mind is empty in such a state. So, he may discover poetry in an ordinary daily event. And he says that will transform his life. My take of that statement is that event is like awakening, idea pop up out of nowhere. Now I remember that the Buddha was leaving his place in India, moving toward Himalaya before he died. He went to Vaisali, and he said Vaisali is beautiful. He discovered something. So just a daily event, and you discover poetry. You notice something ordinary or unordinary in ordinary life. In other words, he's not chasing wealth or fame or some accomplishment. Rather, he's no mind, no self. Become conscious of the unconscious, so to speak. So that's poetry, or a sense of poetry, maybe undescribable sense. What's profound is finding the profundity out of ordinary event, and perhaps appreciate that this person that become aware being in that state of mind. Lots of haiku is like that. I just thought of one. I forgot the whole sentence. When you eat persimmon, you hear the sound of temple. It's the evening time in the fall, or something like that. Eating persimmon, ordinarily, hearing the sound of gong from the temple nearby, ordinarily. But there's something, some nuance that hit to the person who made that haiku. There's something profound about the sound, evening, in the fall, eating persimmon. Very ordinary, but it's extraordinary. That's haiku. That could be poetry. When your mind is calm, quiet, pure, you see the miracles out there or inside that you are alive. You found heaven on earth. You become one with the universe. No boundaries. It's like a queen talking about people look for water, but he's in the middle of the water pool. It's the opposite case from what Daisetsu was talking about, which is more of an awakening. And Hakuin's point is that be awake. I've been living in this small hotel. Instead of luxury room and all the amenities, that nothing is missing. I'm happy to be in this humble adobe place. minimum amount of everything, but full utilization of everything. Things can go wrong. If you don't have many redundancies and extra stuff, but you become very careful. Take care of things. You depend on one of the tools to do something, or if you miss one dish, you have to come up with the idea what to do. You can hear the neighbors shouting while we meditate. Now it's quiet. I thought that when kids play with like a kitchen, making things and feeding friends when they're like 4, 5 or 6 years old, there's such a game. My life here is somewhat similar to that. I just wonder what's similar. Playfulness, creativity, some sense of everything's gonna work out. So, poetry in ordinary days. Instead of complaining something is not right, appreciating something is working for us to live. I think Daisetsu said something like this, that it may become like even this breathing, the fact of breathing makes us happy, appreciative. There's the story of Ikkyu, Zen monk. He's the odd one. He had the human skull, carrying it in the New Year's Eve in Kyoto, pointing that when people are drinking and laughing for the New Year's Day, Ikkyu says, "Be careful, don't forget this." Showing the human skull. In this small space of time, this breathing becomes so sweet. We get the oxygen, energy, it's brought up inside of us. Be humble, be happy with what we've got. Have a good night's sleep, good dream, be happy. May all beings be happy. May all cells in our body be happy. Thank you. Good night.